Ring of Honor, Glory by Honor 2004. Bang, bang! Did I scare you? I hope I scared you. I hope you played this first thing in the morning. Like it was the first thing that you heard all day. And then you just get bang, bang! There's a lot more of that where that came from on this episode. Wacky show here. We got Mick Foley, as per the aforementioned bang, bang. We also got Austin Aries versus CM Punk, Bryan Danielson versus Alex Shelley. We got the pure title being defended, the world title being defended, and a little bit of Jim Cornette thrown in there. Again, for some reason. This is a weird one. Strap in. It's the Apron Bump Podcast.
And your heart is talk around and disregard it. Strip you off the ground, show you what heart is. Standing strong and proud, nothing can knock this. Let's get it started.
What's up, everybody? Howdy, folks. Welcome to the Apron Bump Podcast. I am your host, the hardest part of the ring, also known as Kyle. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Glory by Honor 3, 2004 is what we'll be discussing today. Fun show. This is one of those full transparency. We recorded this episode, I don't know, like 2 weeks ago or so. As of me recording this little portion of it, I don't have a goddamn clue what we talked about. There very well might be some incriminating stuff in this recording, but we're just gonna let it ride. What I do know is that we had a good old time talking about some of the matches I laid out there in the cold open. Bryan Danielson, Alex Shelley, Austin Aries, CM Punk. We got Samoa Joe defending against Doug Williams. I mean, just banger after banger, as the kids say. We're entering a very fun era of Ring of Honor. I think I said this last time, but we're really sinking deep into it. A lot of just fun talent on the roster right now. A lot of early iterations of future stars, but also very hungry versions of those future stars. So it's very interesting to watch. John Walters defending his pure title, newly won pure title against Nigel McGuinness. Finally getting Nigel involved in something substantial here. So that's a good sign. And oh, by the way, Mick Foley's here, which is probably the most notable takeaway. Honestly, what will his impact be? What is he doing here at Glory by Honor? By God, King, I don't know. You're just going to have to sit there and find out. And you're going to sit there and find out while listening to myself and my beautiful, beautiful guests, Matt and Brundo from the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast. You can check out the Shining Wizards wherever you listen to podcasts, as well as live every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, X sometimes, Periscope, OnlyFans, all of that stuff. I'll put all of that information in the description below. They do a entertaining as hell show every single week. They get into all the major scuttlebutt, in the week of wrestling, of course. They get into some, more nuanced, obscure topics like, I don't know, MLW or where is Just Incredible this week? Like, they have a lot of like fun segments on their show and just an entertaining cast of characters. I've had various individuals from that show on here and different constellations of those. Is that how you use that term? I don't know. But they're all entertaining and they have a great show. So go check it out. The Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast. Like I said, all that in the description. Give them a follow on all the social medias. Follow me while you're just following people at Apron Bump. Again, all the social medias, X, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all that stuff. Join the Discord. Also a link in the description for that. Merch, etc., etc. Hey, if you like this era of Ring of Honor, or maybe you're just jumping in cold and you're like, hey, I like this hardest part of the ring fella. I'd like to hear him gallivant about various different timelines in wrestling, which I know is what you all are saying to yourselves as you are listening to this. If you would like to do that, I suggest you go to apronbump.com and there's a little episodes tab at the top and you can select that. And it's a drop-down menu of all of the timelines and eras that I chronologically relive through with various different podcasts hosts and wrestlers and people from the industry and just general buddies of mine. And it's always a good old time. And if you want to maybe follow along the Ring of Honor journey, we started from the very first show ever back in February of 2002. And I've worked our way covering every single show since then to where we are at now. What are we? So sometime in the, like, that was September, I think, of 2005. I don't know. Sometime like late summer, fall of 04 is where we're at now. So it's been it's a early Ring of Honor is a trip, man. So if you haven't, if you're unfamiliar with it, don't bother watching the shows because they're a drag to get through a lot of them. Just listen to me and my various guests talk about it. It's always a good old time. So go do that. Binge away. I'm done babbling. Let's get into the episode, daddy. Ring of Honor, Glory by Honor, 2004, with myself and Double T and Brundo from the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast. If you could, just make sure when you take bites, make sure you're as close to the microphone as possible.
I forgot that.
How many bags you got left over there?
We got a lot. I got a lot of snacks left. I forgot that you instantly hit the record button.
Oh yeah, I try to catch you. I try to catch some tawdry language before you're familiar. Try to catch you. Try to catch you in a scandal, maybe.
It's like fucking CM Punk on commentary.
Oh, what? Did he say anything bad? I forget.
The first match, he's like, "Oh, looks like there's a bunch of retards around the ring." I was like, "Really?"
One of my first notes: CM Punk with the hard R right away.
Really, Phillip? Is this what we're doing here?
Look. You can't sue him for slander, first of all. It's not as bad as what Homicide said in his later promo, I don't think.
Oh,
I guess it's arguable.
2005 here? 2004.
2004, yeah. No, retard was in full effect in 2004.
I mean, to be fair, too, for Homicide, like, he called Jimmy Rave the F word hard, but then the crowd responded by calling him homicide.
Yeah.
I'm certain I was there chanting along with the rest of the crowd, too.
Did you start it, Brundo?
It's possible.
Look, it's the times. It's people change. Some people don't, like Brundo.
So you honor the fallen on September 11th. You go out in public and chant homicide, Brundo.
I spray people with fire extinguishers.
What a roller coaster this show was. I mean, the audio, the visuals. Everything. I mean, just right out the gate. Initial thoughts of this show that you guys witnessed, Glory by Honor 3.
I had never seen this before, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Yeah.
I was in the building for this one. I did not remember much of it, but I really enjoyed, especially the back half of this show was a really good back half of a show. That's for sure.
I agree. Yeah, the last 4 matches, it was a good stretch. I was trying to pick out when we were talking earlier. I was like, are there any matches you can skip? I was looking through it. I was like, not really. Maybe like the opening, but no, it was a good show.
I mean, if you skip those opening matches, they were so quick anyway. So
exactly,
how do you really make it up?
Yeah. No, it was a good one. I mean, I know both of you guys have been, or at least Matt has. You've watched some rough Ring of Honor shows with me. 04, late 04 here. They're starting to cook. I don't know all cylinders, but most cylinders are firing. And then we got Mick Foley appearing on the show. What do you think about that, gang?
Bang
bang!
I couldn't believe the spot that they brought him out in, and then the foul language and the cum jokes. Come on, Mick, what are we doing? Yeah, we're 5 years removed from a tragedy, and you're out here telling us you're coming all over your wife too fast.
I got a question, because we were all alive during September 11th, right? When was the first?
For you?
Huh? Yeah, it was the 7, 8. Wait, okay. No, I was 8. Yeah. How long after the towers fell did you first masturbate? How long did you wait? How much of a buffer did you give the victims?
I think it was between the first and the second.
Okay. All right. That's.
I mean, it had nothing to do with it's just, I was a young young man at the time.
Right.
Morning wood was a thing. I didn't wake up and turn on the TV. I wasn't watching the news at 18 years old. No, it was wake up, jerk off, then get ready for the day.
Some of us are gentlemen and wait till the Pentagon got hit, but
Right.
God forbid.
You saw that it missed, and you're like, oh, that gets me. It gets me rock turgid. I can see
Rock
it. I can see it.
turgid?
Rock turgid. Turgid.
No, I don't.
Turgid. Turgid. It means like erect. Like,
All right, what'd you have?
Stiff.
Would you thumb through their thesaurus before we did the show today?
why do you think they call me Kyle Thesaurus?
Is that what they call? I thought they called Kyle the sore ass.
Okay.
It's actually Kyle Thesaurus.
Is that what they've been calling me? Kyle Sorass? Jeez.
I thought. See, handsome Kevin says Kyle sore ass, so I thought. But now you're correcting it, Kyle Thesaurus.
Right. Maybe I've just been mishearing people, what they've been
Or
yelling
you
at
could
me.
be a gay dinosaur, Kyle Thesaurus.
That's Land Before Time. If there's ever a spinoff, the gay dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Land on top of time. We'll workshop it.
Maybe
We'll workshop it.
Jurassic Rainbow World, perhaps.
Ooh, Jurass in
Jurass.
Jurass in my pelvis or something. I don't know.
$5,000 idea there.
Speaking of which, I bet you know who I bet would star in that film is Sugar Sean Price.
See
Little piece of show.
see the fat black guy?
Yes, he is.
I didn't know. There was no like.
There might be more kind ways to describe him. Maybe the energetic gentleman interviewing the stars.
Well, they didn't put like his name on the screen or nothing, and I don't know. I was out of wrestling at this point, so this is all fucking new to me.
Pretty sure he said his name was Sugar Sean Price. Well, you don't know Sugar
Yes.
Sean Price when you see him?
I don't.
Sugar Sean Price here. Definitely heard those words.
Exactly. Fat black guy. How dare you?
I hate to hear what he calls Viscera.
Trying to be rude. Come on now.
You're one to talk, King Kong Grundy. So
What is going on there?
he's just Sugar Sean's announcing, he's just laying out the show here. And he says that Mick Foley's going to be here tonight, which is exciting. And we also got the Ring Crew Express here, Dunn and Marcos. They're still around. Apparently Marcos injured his back at the previous show, but they're still here to rock us like hurricanes, whatever that fucking means.
Wait, are you serious? Do you not get the reference?
I get it, but like, how are they going to rock us like hurricanes if they're
Gives
not
a
wrestling?
shit. I thought this was fantastic. I love the fucking hair metal references throughout this whole promo.
So you're a big Dunn and Marcos guy. That's what you're telling me.
I'm a big hair metal guy, and the fact that they worked it into this promo was great. And they called Lacey a hoe.
Oh, a filthy hoe.
Well, again, they're just calling it as they sees it, I guess. But they'll pay for that.
Yeah, but when was the last time you called a woman a hoe to her face while her man was there?
A hoe. I've never been a hoe guy. Whore, maybe. A tramp, Ethan. Floozy. Floozy's a big one nowadays. That's a healthy
Harlot?
one. Harlot. Come on now. Let's make sure.
I've definitely called a few harlots in my day.
Have you really, Brenda? That doesn't seem...
Probably, yeah.
I don't see you being the type to call a woman a harlot.
That's JR inspired.
Do you do it like, do you like cock your eyes? You harlot. Like,
At Balls Palsy at the time.
yeah, bottle of fucking barbecue sauce. Slather this on my dick, you harlot. Sarsaparilla.
Missy Hyatt on my dick. Yep. There you go.
Oh,
All right. Well, now that we're 8 minutes in and we've alienated every single demographic.
you don't know. Come on, Kyle. Come on. At this junction of your program, if there's people listening that are gonna tune into well, this Jimmy Rave Dixie match was a
Those hammer locks.
Yeah, look at this arm drag takedown, get up, get it again, powder to the outside. Oh my God, fantastic ring work. They're tuned into the wrong show.
Yeah, we're not getting to the techniques of the figure fours and
We're into how soon did Becky Bayless blow Dixie before he went to the ring? That's
so
what
no, Dixie. Who's the one with the new girl? Izzy has a new lady in his life here. Talking Special K lore, and she's trying to break Izzy off of the other Special K. There's a whole Special K civil war happening, folks.
There's a divide. it's, Lacey, Cheech, and Cloudy, and Izzy, and then on the other side, Dixie and Deranged, and
Wow.
Angel Dust.
Glad one of us knew what the fuck was going on.
I
was a big Special K guy.
I still don't know who anybody is in Special K. Just by looking at them, they're all the same fucking guy. It's baggy pants, pleather, bandanas, all of them. But
that was the look, man. 2004 was. I mean, we are balls deep in new metal.
No, they were ravers.
Yeah, but they're fucking. Come on, they weren't raving.
No, they took their parents' money and went to raves.
They look like they just came from a Korn concert.
You mean the one that was playing right outside of this building that we could hear for half the show? Jeez Louise.
Brundo, you were there.
Yeah, that one.
What was going on next door?
I thought it was a soccer match because I definitely heard whistles. But apparently there was some hippie concert going on next door, and
according to Jimmy Bauer on commentary, who let us know. So he would never lie to us.
No, never.
Him and
who is this Jimmy Bauer guy?
Oh, do you not know?
Like they didn't go to they didn't show him once. I know Punk was like Bauer this, Bauer that, but I don't know I'm going to Google what the Jimmy Bauer looks like.
Oh no, who is it? Who is it, Brendo?
He might go by G. Sapolsky.
Yes.
Or maybe Gabe S. Perhaps.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
So here's the thing.
I think he was previously Mark Nolte.
No. Mark Nolte was a different guy. He was previously Chris Lovey.
That's right.
And then he became Jimmy Bauer. Why? Don't know. Do you know, Brundo?
According to him, he had a secret. He couldn't keep it in anymore, and he had to reveal his real name.
That's weird. So did Rob Feinstein.
Well, it aligns with when all that stuff happens. So I don't know if it was like, oh, it's a new era. Let me change my fake name to another fake name kind of thing.
Maybe Feinstein owned the name Chris Lovey. Who knows?
Oh, that could be funny.
Chris Lovey, those under 18-year-olds.
Okay.
You say you're 17, LOL, right?
I'll pretend you said 14. 18.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Jimmy Rave's here. He wins with the Rave Clash.
Yeah, he didn't have his jacket that Prince Nana is bringing around on AEW yet, did he?
Not yet. He's still pretty new to the embassy. This Jimmy Rave. Yeah. By the way, he's taking on Dixie. I don't even know if we ever mentioned that, but Jimmy Rave's here. It's a whatever match. Jimmy Rave. He claims that he invented the Rave Clash. Of course, his protege, his mentor, AJ Styles. Yes. Gave that to him, but now AJ's no longer there. I think that relates to the Feinstein stuff. Like, there's no TNA swap or whatever right now.
Yeah, TNA pulled all their talent as soon as they found out Feinstein was still involved, and
that's why you see no Daniels or AJ on the show. So, so that's fun, right?
The match, or like Rob Feinstein being a fucking
no, the match. I liked this match more than I liked Rob Feinstein's pedophilia personally. That's how I grade matches generally.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. There's some matches
by how many hard seltzers you're going to show up to the 13-year-old's house with, or
yeah.
That's how we should rate ROH matches. The beginning of ROH. How many hard seltzers do you bring a 13-year-old, or condoms?
That's what we got to work out. We'll work it
out.
Or
how many Chris Hansen heads? You can do like a head for
right. That's how you get into the contenders pedophile ring.
Photos of him running to his car, maybe.
Here's my one complaint. If you're going to have something in the, like, Prince Nana grabs the microphone to distract Dixie, I don't understand a fucking word this guy says. Could you at least clear it up, clean it up, or just don't do it?
It was there was an echoey building. It was a very, very open space. So the audio in that building wasn't great.
Also, Fuzzy Bauer, like, it took him like 40 seconds to realize what the fuck was going on. Him and Phil are yucking it up on commentary.
The only line I heard audibly from Nana is, "Shut up, fat girl! How dare you show up to the show looking like an animal?" Which,
yep. Yeah, but that was like post match.
Right. I mean, that's what this whole thing is. The match is whatever. It's all about the post match. Because
Did we really think Mick Foley was in the embassy?
Well, perhaps he is. I don't know.
He does like
folks.
the money. He's a big money guy. Do anything for a buck, you know. Nana has that Prince money.
Who wouldn't want to
Never
be
know.
involved with that? You know, they got Jimmy Rave. They got Omen Tortuga, Diablo Santiago. Who wouldn't want to be a part of this posse? You sure?
Yeah, I'm good. I'll take a pass.
Even if they offered you a pair of baggy pleather pants to go with them?
Go to the fucking Quinceañeras next door and wait for XPW to run there in 15 years.
I see. Well, yeah, so Nana, he's babbling on the mic, and this lets Rave, it distracts his opponent, yada, yada, yada. And then after the match, Nana says that, man, the embassy's on a roll. They're going to take over ROH, and he announces the newest member of the embassy, Mick Foley. And he's like, Mick, come on out here. And then he doesn't. And Nana's like, yeah, we'll bring him out later. That's fine. So, more on that later, folks.
Now, yeah. I was running late. And you said, "Oh, skip all the backstage stuff." Oh, the backstage stuff. Well, I don't know what. They never explained what the thing Samoa Joe gave Jay Lethal was.
Yeah, I was going to ask that. It was because he was going to help Jay Lethal in his match coming up because he's facing Matt Striker later. Jay Lethal is, and he's like
unibrow Matt Striker, not
yes, not teacher, right? Striker with a Y. It says that Matt Striker likes to use the ankle lock, so I got this thing for you.
I thought it was a jock strap at first.
Was it like something to slick up his ankle or something to like ankle slide out maybe? Of?
Yeah.
Don't know. It's a mystery. Call in if you know.
Looked like he gave him a G-string.
Seriously.
Perhaps.
Is there a device? Is there a device that can prevent the ankle lock?
We got to review the tape. We got to figure this out.
Yeah.
Get Kurt Angle.
Should have gave him a razor to cut that shitty hair of his.
Whose? Matt's?
No, Jay Lethal's.
How dare you? Was it shitty?
It was awful.
I didn't really notice it. I think he's in the process of growing out cornrows, so it's like a little middle ground, which we all know is like a tough, spot to be in when you're growing cornrows.
It's rough.
It
takes time.
Yeah, so
get ready.
Been doing it for 20 years.
Yeah, you look good. You look great, Brundo.
Thanks.
Like $1 million.
Ooh. $1 million, but I'll tell you what's not $1 million, at least in the eyes of Joey Samoa, is that pure title. Samoa Joe doesn't like the pure title. He says he's burying the title. He says, "Well, this is the Ring of Honor officials. They saw me the stranglehold that I had on the Ring of Honor title. They had to make up a new belt, a silly belt." He says, Joe does. What do we think about Joe and his vendetta against the pure title? Or do we have any thoughts? Does it bury the title? Does it make those pure matches meaningless when Joe buries them like this?
I think it really adds to another layer to Joe. Like you're how many months is he into? Like 13 months into his reign?
18.
18. Yeah. It keeps him fresh or whatnot. So I enjoyed it.
Yeah. No. I guess we'll talk more about the pure title later. But in the meantime, we got Jay Lethal versus Matt Striker, and the stakes of this match are as high as could be. The stakes are if Jay Lethal loses, he loses his job with Ring of Honor. If Matt Striker loses, he loses his East Coast plane tickets. Apparently only to spring, though, according to commentary. So I don't know.
Who really had the most to lose here? I mean, do you know what it's like to fly on a fucking plane? It's a nightmare.
Especially back then.
Yeah. Pretty fresh after 9/11, as we mentioned.
Like, I don't know. If they're fucking running in Ohio, like Matt Striker can just get in a fucking car and drive.
Yeah, but they ran a lot in the East Coast, Philadelphia, Boston.
You don't want to go to Philadelphia as a shithole. You don't want to go to Philly ever.
How dare you?
Got to make a buck somehow.
He could fucking, jerk guys off. I don't know, under the bridge.
That is another option. You can find that.
They got a perfect name for the unibrow of his.
I don't know. I go away like once a year, and traveling, the fucking day you travel is the worst day ever. So
high stakes then, right?
For who?
I mean, Jay Lethal just loses his job outright, so he's out on the street.
So I think it's more pressure on Jay Lethal.
Yeah.
Because Matt Stryker doesn't like the East Coast. He was very clear about it. And the East Coast doesn't like Matt Stryker.
They sure didn't.
You sure? It was unclear.
Well, he's no homicide, but they didn't like him.
This was another match. Like the match was whatever. Like Matt Stryker kind of dominated it for the most part, but then he locks in the ankle lock onto Jay Lethal. But then Jay Lethal counters, slides out of it, and rolls up Matt Stryker for the 1-2-3, allegedly with whatever apparatus Samoa Joe gave him.
Well, that's the thing, Kyle. The apparatus doesn't fucking play into the match. I don't get it.
Maybe it wasn't about the apparatus. Maybe it was about because Joe took Jay Lethal. Maybe he was like giving him strategies. Maybe the thing in his hand was like a practice or something.
Something written on the inside of it, perhaps.
Right.
You could have given him
reverse the pin.
The backstage promo could have been done without him handing him something, which you would assume would be used because he says, "Watch out for the ankle lock."
All right, you know what? I'm gonna if I could find this really quick. I'm gonna pull it back up because I think we need to do a deep dive.
I would love to do a deep dive on this.
Absolutely.
That's why I brought my Doritos.
That's all. You're gonna sit back and watch some Samoa Joe promos as they're in catering. Hold on,
I get Joe's taking Lethal under his wing, and he doesn't want him to lose. He's got to get fucking serious, but giving him the thing, I just don't understand.
All right, so we got this. Yada yada yada. All right.
He looks so sad.
That really is terrible hair.
That's such a young Joe.
Yeah, hair is pretty brutal. Now that you mention it.
You think they would fucking wipe off the spots on it? Jesus Christ. Is he just looking for whatever is there? What is it? It's a G-string.
I don't know. I feel like it's. Hold on. God damn it. You gotta see it in motion. They're
what is this? The fucking
Zapruder.
Holy shit! I just bombed.
It looks like I think it said Ace on it.
It's got to be like an ankle brace of some sort.
Yes.
But he
protects
never
the striker lock.
But maybe that's to prevent the pain of the ankle lock. Maybe it keeps his ankle stable to prevent breaking. Right?
Would have been a cool thing for the owner of the company to mention on commentary.
Well, this is backstage, Brundo. They're not aware of the scuttlebutt happening behind the scenes.
Court Bauer doesn't know what's going on.
It's not Court Bauer. It's Jimmy Bauer, first of all.
Fuck.
Get your Bowers right.
Jeez.
Now I don't know, Brundo. You were watching at the time. Is this a thing going forward? Is Jay Lethal wearing this ankle bracelet, this ankle lock?
I couldn't remember a thing of that ankle bracelet ever. I'm pretty sure I didn't have this DVD because I watched it in person. So,
well,
I probably missed this one as well.
Jay is able to use this in some way, I guess, to get the win here. So he preserves his job, but Matt Stryker's East Coast plane tickets are gone. No more Matt Stryker. Crowd doesn't seem to mind, as per the na 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 hey hey goodbye chants, that they're leveling towards Matt after his loss. And then Matt Stryker grabs the mic. He's like, "It's all your fault. You keyboard warriors. You call me boring." There he goes. He's trying to say, "I'm gonna go back to the Midwest," but he says, "I'm gonna go back to the East, the West, Midwest." I eat shit, and then he just gets all red and flustered, and then it's all off the rails.
I mean, they didn't bring him the Ring of Honor for his promos, so
no.
There was a lot of guys that didn't bring to Ring of Honor for their promos.
I mean, isn't John Walters had a similar promo backstage where he's like, "Oh, I hear the forums are calling me boring. Well, I'll show you boring." As the pure champion, I don't know, but.
Yeah, but that was all the rage back then. The fucking the infancy of the internet and the fucking Death Valley driver chat rooms and all the other fucking things.
The Ring of Honor message board was a big thing back then. I was all over that.
Oh, you guys! So he was talking to you, Brundo.
Oh yeah,
keyboard warrior.
I would love to find some of the stuff you wrote and fucking read it on the show. Oh, that'd be awesome.
No. I had a friend that was on there that would be much more fun to read when he would do his dream ROH matches, which consisted of Samoa Joe versus Hardcore Holly and JBL versus John Walters and
Right.
the original internet troll.
Yeah.
That thread was 18 pages deep by the time it was done.
I think I'd have to fuck Hardcore Holly.
Well, enough about
Bingo.
Hardcore Holly. Jeez Louise. Hey, while we're just in deep dive mode, while we have our magnifying glasses out, let's analyze this little spot right here in this next match, because I'm confused as to what was supposed to happen here.
And now one, and he's doing a little bit better now, but still banged up. Wait a minute, we have Special K members fighting in there.
Jeez.
It's 6-man mayhem, ladies and gentlemen. Izzy versus Ace Steel versus Angel Dust versus Fast Eddie versus Trent Acid versus Cahagas.
Big Cahagas guy.
Yeah, what's your favorite Cahagas match?
Cahagas against Jason Reigns.
Is that a name you just made up?
Kind of, sort of. Probably fucking.
I don't know. Ask Rob Feinstein. He probably knows a lot about Chase and Rain.
Yeah, they're buddy. Chasing Rain, not Reigns. There we go.
Oh.
Yeah.
FIP. There we go.
Yep.
You know me. So it's a 6-man. It's a lot of mayhem. 6 men and there's mayhem. So it's as advertised. We got some Special K fighting in this match, which I thought was probably the highlight, honestly.
Yeah.
In this spot here, just one more time. What do we? All right. So we got. I think it's in the black. That's Izzy.
Yeah.
Red, Angel Dust, and on his knees, that is, I think, Trent Acid.
Yep.
So for for people listening, we got Izzy on top of Trent's back. You got Angel on the top rope.
But still banged up. Wait a minute.
Beats him down. Now, was this supposed to be like a Hurricane Rana off the top? Maybe.
I think he was supposed to kick him and moonsault onto Trent Acid.
Is that what happened?
However, he, neck salted him.
Fighting in there.
But then my favorite part is that he gets up like, yeah, I nailed that. 10 out of 10.
Exactly what I meant to do.
This cocksucker. Well, I thought it was pretty. It's whatever. It's a scramble match. Let's have all our cool spots, fun dives, get the crowd hot and turgid. What do we think about this one, gang?
I would like to know who CM Punk owes $20 to, because he put 20 on Ace Steel because he had to go leave because he had to get ready for his match.
I would say the Carnage crew would be taking action.
Yeah, you think so?
In the back. Yeah.
I thought this was for a mayhem scramble match that lasted less than 8 minutes. I enjoyed this very much. My biggest takeaway, though, Trent Acid's theme music was the fucking Midnight Express theme music.
Yeah. When he was with Johnny Cashmere, they always use the Midnight Express music, the Backseat Boys.
It's that's like I don't know how I feel about that.
They're kind of the same, right?
No, the Midnight Express are just a little better. I almost made a "they're still alive" joke, but I don't think they are.
Well, neither is Trent Acid, so
that was the joke, Kyle.
Oh, I see. Hold on. I see. There we go.
That would be in the King of the Mayhem matches will get you.
King of the multi-man match. Now there's mayhem matches, there's scramble matches, there's survival matches. All are multi-person, but they're not all the same. Get your lore straight.
Come see, come saw.
Yes, you are the cat comer.
Leave my cats alone.
I'm not gonna come on your cats.
I was hoping for more CM Punk Fast Eddie jokes in this one, but unfortunately there was no blind jokes from CM Punk.
I think he's used them all at this point.
Oh yeah, when he ate shit on the outside, or his dive to the outside.
I mean, it's
Didn't see that one coming.
That he is legally blind though, and they let him wrestle. Like,
it's amazing what he does as a legally blind person, which is crazy. So, what do we think about this Tower of Doom spot? Where so what was it? So Fast Eddie had Angel Dust on the top rope, ready to give him a fall away slam off the second rope. And Trent Acid does a poison Rana. And I don't have a clip of that, but then it just all comes crumbling down. But it looked pretty sick. I mean, there was some pretty innovative stuff in this match, very ahead of their time, and a lot of it's pretty ridiculous. But I had fun watching it, I guess, right?
Yeah, this was a fun watch. I hated Cahage's name. I can't say it.
Cahagas. I had to
name.
type it out phonetically because I knew I'd forget how it was pronounced.
I always thought it was Courageous, and then they said his name. I think he's a former NWA champion too.
I bet he is.
The three of us are former NWA champions too.
Cahagas.
You know what?
No, I have a different title, by the way.
He's never going to listen to this, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true.
For the 6-man, like this was like a great, like fast-paced match though, and there was, unlike today's fucking 6-way dance, there was not a lot of standing around. Like everything was very fluid.
Yes.
And it just flowed very nicely, and I enjoyed that very much.
Yeah, I feel like this like mid 2000s to late 2000s is like the perfect like fine line of like a lot of high flying action, but like not too like choreographed or too like telegraphed. Like obviously you have your silly like, you know, combination moves in this match, but everything felt like high energy and impactful. And like you said, there's like not a lot of fat to this match. So
and I also
they stuck a lot in for 8 minutes.
Yeah.
And watching this, there's no way the Young Bucks beat up Ace Steel. Come on.
You see that guy's eyes? Ace Steel,
Oh
he's a
God,
psychopath.
he looks like a maniac.
It looks like a guy that's gonna bite you on the ass. Specifically. So
where else are you gonna bite him?
Completely agree.
I don't know if the ass would be my go-to spot. Depends whose ass it was, I guess.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
You know whose ass you wouldn't be able to get close to? Ludwig Borges, because he had an exit-only tattoo.
Jim Cornette's analysis.
Brilliant.
It was. I mean, what did he say? Like, what you think? A bunch of gay guys are gonna try to fuck you in the ass, or so? What he said?
I don't know, but it was brilliant.
Who are you advertising to?
You look like that. You don't have to worry about that.
More on James E. Cornette later, folks.
Finland is fucking a crazy place, man. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. People just fucking you in the ass willy nilly over there in Finland.
Yeah, eating reindeer, fucking you in the butt. It's a terrible time.
Tuna fish pizza.
Ugh, gross.
Yep.
Horrendous.
I agree.
Do you think Phil really enjoys a Pepsi? Or you think he regrets that tattoo?
Why else would he get the tattoo?
I mean, maybe he did it like an impulse, and then like maybe they changed the Pepsi recipe. Now he doesn't like it. Maybe crystal clear Pepsi fucking soured him.
Yeah. I don't know if they've changed the recipe there, but
Phil doesn't look like he drinks a lot of fucking Pepsi. I look like I drink a lot of Pepsi. Phil doesn't look like he drinks a lot of Pepsi.
Could be Diet Pepsi. Pepsi Zero.
That's even. You might as well just drink fucking shit out of a bottle.
Don't get me started. I love shit out of bottles. So
wait, you like a Diet Pepsi?
More of a Diet Dr. Pepper kind of guy.
What about the zero sugar?
I usually go diet, but I'll drink a zero sugar.
I like the zero sugar. I like the zero sugar more than I like the diets.
That's a pretty hot take. You ready for all this hate mail you're gonna get?
Hate mail? I'd love to get any mail.
Mailbox is wide open.
I love the mail. Mail might be my favorite thing.
You sure?
I love fucking mail, dude.
You love to fuck mail?
Yes. It's like the most exciting part of my day when I come home and I go down to the mailbox.
I think you're getting confused with males. You love to fuck males.
No, I don't like males.
You need that Ludwig Borga tattoo.
Do I though?
I'm gonna sign Matt up for so much mail.
You know, please.
Churches.
No, don't send me shit. I just throw it in the garbage then. That's boring.
Chain mail? How you feel about chain mail?
Chain mail, pen pals. You know, somebody named Buck might be writing you letters sometime soon.
Dude, if I get a letter from the prison system from Buck Zumhoff, fucking, I'm in. I would just for the podcast, I would 100% be pen pals with any wrestler who's in prison.
Why not? It's not like
Buck Zumhoff is not on the top of my list. He did, some reprehensible shit. But like if hard work Bobby Walker wanted to be My pen pal? He's not any better, but I'd do something with him.
He might be worse.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he probably doesn't have access to anything that has a point.
What about Ted
If you
DiBiase
like
Jr.?
There's a good one.
Yeah. Sonny?
Sonny.
Right?
She's going to ask you why you left the hotel room.
We never made it to the room.
Missed opportunity. Well, there's still a chance. Maybe sometime later in life.
You think
16 years from now.
I think that ship has sailed.
Age is like a fine wine, this Tammy Snatch.
Yeah, but she was doing good. And now she looks like fucking Kingpin.
Look,
I was going to go with the whale, but I think you nailed it.
I never saw that movie with what's his face.
Brendan Fraser.
Yes, that's him.
Yes.
Unfamiliar with that cinema.
The whale or the Kingpin?
Both, actually. So, sorry.
What about the anti-vaxxers like Austin Aries?
Ah, you mean the man that is in this next match? Austin Aries? Talk about haircuts. I mean, this guy is the worst haircut of the show, I think.
2004, buddy. What are you
Coconut head ass with an anal beads necklace. I don't know what's going on. Austin Aries versus CM Punk. Gents. Well, first of all, Austin Aries comes out and he's like, hey, Mick Foley, why don't you come out here? And then he doesn't come out. And he's like, all right, I guess I will just get to the match. So everybody's like calling out Mick Foley, but Mick's not coming out. But he does come eventually. So match here.
Early. Not early.
No, he's a long laster. A lot of stamina on this Mitch Foley. Mitch Foley, yeah. So CM Punk and Austin Aries. What do you think? I thought this match was kind of like underwhelming a little bit. I think it was more about the post match. I was fine. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. What do you guys think about this?
I think you could have trimmed like 5-6 minutes off of it and still had the same result at the end.
Yeah. I think it kicked in at the end, to your point. Yeah.
Generation Me.
Yeah. Next.
Whatever. Generation Next. Second City Saints. We hurt CM Punk. The match was fine. I mean, it didn't fucking tickle my ball bag or anything, but I enjoyed it.
Not even a tickle, huh?
No, not even a tickle.
Yeah, I enjoyed the match. I mean, I enjoyed the match, but I agree you could have shaved a few minutes off of this. I think my favorite part of the match that I remember specifically from live was before the match when Aries came out. Some guy in the sitting next to me in the crowd yelled out to Aries and asked him what his tattoo meant, and Aries turned around and says, "It means fuck you."
Good one. Asshole.
Austin Aries fan from then on until, about 2020 or so.
I went to an NXT live event one time when Austin Aries was in the main event, and he comes out first. And as we're waiting for the next guy to come out, he turns to the front row and he's like, all right, you're fat, you're fat, you're fat, and he's like going down the line. They're all fat. So that's what I think of when I think of Austin Aries personally. So
telling truths. Good
guy, Austin.
Great former guest of the Shining Wizards Wrestling podcast.
Look at that. Is that still available for the people, or is that one of the ones you've deleted?
That might be buried somewhere.
Let's unbury it. Let's get the shovels out.
I gotta see. Look, it's it's just like 2004 Homicide. It's a little risque.
People like risque.
Do they? I don't need to be dealing with people fucking trying to cancel us for something that happened fucking 10 years ago.
Look, you guys have made it this far. I think you're uncancelable.
Yeah,
at this point.
Yeah,
nobody gives a shit.
You survived like 9 David Starr issues. You'll be okay with one Austin Aries.
Yeah, and a couple fucking Rude Boy Rileys. We've run the gamut of fucking ghouls and pederasses.
Does anyone even win this match? Yes, because it happens off camera.
Yes,
that's right. Punk wins off camera when Carino comes out.
Yes. Like you said, Generation Next comes out. Ace Steel. It's a schmoz. The referee's down. Then, like you said, Steve Carino makes his return. He hasn't been in Ring of Honor for like almost a year at this point.
Oh yeah.
Comes out, saves CM Punk.
What's the connection between CM Punk and Steve Carino?
I don't know, Brundo, you might have a better grasp. I know last time Steve was a part of Ring of Honor, like late in 03, him and Punk were having like a kind of a alliance, but they were also like one-upping each other. So it was like kind of a dick measuring contest between. So I guess they're friends, but I don't know.
Yeah, they're friends, traveling partners, all that fun stuff. Carino didn't like that Punk picked him as a opponent for Raven, and so that was kind of that. Carino brought Punk over to 0-1. They're buddies that way.
Interesting. So got Steve Carino in the picture here. Him and Punk hug in the middle of the ring. GMC just pops out of nowhere. Gary Michael Capetta is all of a sudden in the ring. He's like, "Hello, Steve. Glad to see you. Last time you were here was in November in that barbed wire match." And then Homicide music hits.
You do a pretty good GMC.
Oh, thank you. Homicide, let me ask you. Are you homicide? Do you like dicks in your ass?
Jimmy Rave is a fag.
What?
That's what fucking Homicide said. He gets on the mic and he says Jimmy Rave is a fag.
I don't think he said Jimmy Rave is. I'm pretty sure he called the.
It's a tremendous.
It was all the people in the crowd.
Oh, yeah. Really?
Yeah. Punk said Jimmy Rave's a retard.
Is he both? Can you be both?
Yeah, sure.
Well, one kind of suggests the other, if you know what I'm saying, guys, right? Just kidding.
Chromosome a fucking lottery there for your retard and the gay.
Man, this will be my last episode ever. So,
tearing down the competition one show at a time.
The episode that drops before this, there's also a lot of faggots in that one. So maybe I'll just lean into it. Go.
Yeah, but we're not embracing the hate here. We're just. Recapping. I didn't tell Homicide to call the fans fags or Jimmy Rave. I don't know. I gotta go watch it back and see if the audio clears up.
Yeah, you can't see me on camera chanting it. Whether
Homicide or faggot.
Homicide.
Well, Homicide was huge. And then I don't understand. Homicide's such an angry man. Why is he flipping a table? Julius Smoke is just like, you do
calling him a.
What you didn't do, Phil? What?
I mean,
Julius Smokes was awful.
This guy?
That guy.
The Rockwaller 2000.
All right. He's a growl? Did he growl?
The Rockwaller 2000 chants is coming. Can you feel it? Oh, yeah!
That guy? You say you don't like that guy?
No, I'm not a big fan.
I think he's a nice little garnish to the Rottweilers. Of course, Homicide, Ricky Reyes, and Low Key at this point. No Low Key on the show, unfortunately. So Homicide comes out to confront CM Punk and Steve Carino, because last time Carino was here was that during that no rope barbed wire match against Homicide, in which I believe Steve Carino won. If I remember,
what's his name? His buddy Guillotine ran through like alcohol in his bloody face or something like that.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah.
And Homicide, I think, as far as this promo, they suggested that I guess Steve Carino offered his hand after that match to shake it. Homicide didn't shake it, but since then, a lot of time has passed. We're all different people since then, and Homicide's, he's realized that, Steve Carino, maybe he was right about these fans, these, as Homicide puts it, these fat faggots, all over this. What he said? Or I don't think he says fat fag. He calls some people fat and some people faggots.
I swear to God, I thought he said someone yelled something about Jimmy Rave and he said Jimmy Rave's a fag. I swear to God, I thought that's what he said.
You might be right. It's the audio sketchy. I could have missed it as well.
Yeah,
fair.
Homicide's trying to talk. Crowd's chanting, "Shut the fuck up!" And Homicide's going rabid. He's kicking the ropes. He's threatening to slice people's throats.
He would too.
Then Homicide, as he's realized the error of his ways, so now he extends the hand to Steve Carino, but Punk is still there. He's like, no, you don't want to do that. So he pushes Carino back, which prompts a shoving battle between Homicide and CM Punk. And then everybody leaves except Homicide, and then the crowd chants "Homicide." And then homicides. This is when he starts flipping tables and throwing chairs. So I mean, I think he's just a psycho, but no one likes to be chanted likes homicide chanted at them.
What are you gonna do? You're just doing your job, and 1,000 people are just saying homicide.
Right.
That's not nice.
Like, what if you're making pizzas, double T, and they look through the window and they're like, "Hey, homo, Matt or whatever." I don't know.
Oh, Matt. Yeah, that's good.
Hoboman. I don't know.
Hobo side.
You see what the government name, Kyle?
Hey, no, your name's not homo.
Wait, how do you know my last name?
Why don't you mind your business? Are we like friends? Are we friends on Facebook?
I don't.
No, you have a personal Twitter, don't you? No, your YouTube.
I have a YouTube.
Your personal, don't you?
Oh yes, like when we do the comments, and you're always Apron.
Yes, that's me. No government name here.
We should be Facebook friends though.
No. So we got BJ Whitmer and Dan Moff versus Chicano and Slash Venom.
Fuck yeah.
Man, those are fucking great names. First of all, I guess from IWA Puerto Rico.
They were apparently like a big deal in 2004 too. In IWA Puerto Rico, this was supposed to be like a dream match, and then 3 minutes later, it wasn't.
Do you know who Slash Venom is?
I certainly do.
You kind of look like
Flanagan.
Yeah, it's fucking wild, man.
Yeah, I've been called worse.
Yeah, I bet. So I thought, because I'd never heard of these fellas, Chicano / Venom, but apparently they're the new henchmen of Allison Danger. So Allison, we had the Prophecy, which was led by Christopher Daniels, and it also had Allison Danger, BJ Whitmer, and Dan Moff. Daniels is no longer in the picture, so Allison Danger is trying to keep this Prophecy together. But BJ and Moff want to go their own way. Allison will have none of this, so she's going to get revenge on them by recruiting a new tag team from Puerto Rico. And does not go well. It was a quick match, but like these Puerto Rican fellas, they got a lot of offense in. It was like a fun kind of sprint of a brawl, I thought. I don't know. What'd you guys think of it?
I thought this was going to be an amazing war, and then it was just so quick. You know, like it felt like they were just getting into something, and then it just cut off right away. You would think like, oh, maybe somebody got hurt, but they look fine to me. So, yeah.
Yeah,
it was short and sweet. I guess because the story they were trying to tell in commentary is, they may have left the Prophecy, but Allison Danger still has their contracts, so that's why they're signed 2 matches tonight, and she's trying to destroy them. But yeah, big fucking flippy do to the outside, and then it's a fucking wrap. BJ Whitmer hits the fucking thing on. Oh, Phillip comes back too to call the action, just in case you guys were concerned.
What a hard worker.
So it was so much better. Action was called so much better with Phil on commentary, despite the R's.
Well, if there weren't any R's to be there, he wouldn't be saying them. You know what I'm saying? So
true.
Well, anyways, the match happens. Like it's pretty quick. They're brawling all over the ring. It's like a street fight-esque type of match. Slash with a triple jump moonsault into the crowd on the Dan Moff. I mean, they only had a little bit of time, but they used all those minutes that they had. But BJ ends up hitting the wrist clutch exploder onto Chicano through a setup chair for the 1-2-3. Danger's mad. She's angry. She scolds her
nuts.
She scolds her Puerto Ricans. You had one job to do. And she's yelling at them. And then the Puerto Ricans leave. And this leaves Allison in the ring alone with Dan Moff and BJ Whitmer, and they corner her in the ring. I think BJ yells, "You fucking cunt," at her, which is a little unnecessary.
Well, is this some foreshadowing to what BJ would do 20 years later?
I mean, neither of these guys are good guys, but
that is true.
So maybe they deserve each other, but I'm outside of that, I'm enjoying them as a team. But they're about to do God knows what to Allison Danger. And who makes the save, guys?
Mitch.
Bang, bang! Right? So Mick Foley comes out, makes the save. He storms to the ring. Well, he comes to the ring. He slides in. Allison's I think also Allison, when she was on the mic earlier, she suggested that Mick Foley was a part of the prophecy, which I couldn't really hear because of the shitty audio, but commentary seemed to suggest that's what she was saying. And then Allison, she sees Mick and she's like, "Oh my God, you came!" And then Mick, his first words in Ring of Honor ever are, what exactly did he say? He was like, "Oh, you said, 'Oh God, I came.' Oh, that's what my wife said last night." Bang bang.
I don't think.
Yeah, I have that written down as a note. Foley starts with a spunk joke.
Spunk. You.
I don't think he says bang bang as much as you remember, Kyle.
I like to believe that he says it after every sentence. So, anyways, so he's coming. He's king.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. He says, it doesn't get any nicer though, because Allison's like, "Oh, I got a new member of the prophecy here, Mick Foley." And then Mick's like, "I don't want to be mean, but I find you moderately attractive," he says. And he says, "Get the hell out of my ring." So he's very rude to her, which, not my Mick, not my Mrs. Foley's baby boy.
Is it Mick or Mitch?
It's Mick. I was being Mitch. I said Mitch earlier to be a comedian.
Okay. Well, Mick is a comedian.
Oh, is he? Have you ever been to one of his shows?
I have, yes.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was good.
Does he say bang bang a lot?
Don't think so.
No, I'm not going then.
Don't think he said it once.
Yeah.
What the fuck are people paying for? Jesus Christ, Mick.
Seriously.
It's a great question.
They're not going to see the openers, right?
Enough of us showed up. He wasn't the opener. he went on after Mick.
Oh, that's right.
He says he's not a part of the prophecy.
Right.
He says he's a part of, and then the embassy comes out.
Oh, of course, fucking Prince Nana and his fucking royal penis. Pre-dancing. He's all business.
Oh, all business Nana. No coffee or anything, right?
No, just straight up.
Nope.
Hyper focused on announcing to the world that Mick Foley is part of the embassy. Hugs for everybody, Kyle.
I'm watching this. I'm like, damn, maybe Mankind is a part of the embassy. He's hugging everybody. High fives. Nana's
who wouldn't want to be in a group with Oman Tortuga? It's a winner right there.
The Outcast Killers. I mean, who wouldn't want to be associated with these blokes?
Me.
Well, Foley is like, nah, I don't think so, actually. Yeah, and then the embassy, I mean, they go from 100 to 0 to 100 really quick. Because Mick's like, I don't think I actually want to be a part of this. And they just kick the shit out of him right away, which,
well, I mean,
maybe a little dialogue.
He's not nice about it. He's like, you think I'm part of the embassy? And then he starts laughing in their faces.
Yeah, that's actually
rude.
Yeah, when you put it like that, that makes a lot of sense. The embassy, they attack Mick Foley. Well, they attack it's like a ninja movie. They attack one at a time, and Mick Foley takes them all out one by one. But then Jimmy Ray from behind with a low blow.
Maybe homicide.
Right in the ball bag.
Ball bag Jones.
Yep.
Generation Next comes out and joins in on the beatdown. So everybody's ganging up on Mick Foley here, but then Moff and BJ get in the ring and clear house. One by one, they take out everybody. They're supportive of old Cactus Jack here in Ring of Honor. And then this, I don't know, what do you guys think of Mick just in general appearing for Ring of Honor? Is it a positive for the company, or is it like
I could say from watching at the time and where Foley was, that was a huge positive for Ring of Honor.
Right.
Because, I mean, he was still a huge name, huge star for them to get. At that point, I mean, in the mid to late 90s, early 2000s, it was like big names, Mick Foley, Triple H, Rock, and Stone Cold. So to get one of those four on your show is a huge thing. And they got him for multiple shows, shoot interviews, all that stuff. Right. Signings, I'm sure. So it was a big deal. It was a really big deal.
And pretty fresh off of the Randy Orton match too, like a few months after that, which was, highly acclaimed. So
you have the Ric Flair scandal going on about Rick writing about him in his book.
Oh,
so Mick, fresh off of that as well.
Yeah, Mick takes a shot during his promo about that.
Yes. Yeah.
I see.
I was trying to think like these days, who would it be in WWE to go to, like, let's say like a GCW, like that be like in Seth Rollins or somebody like leaving, or
It'd be like
maybe somebody just underneath that, like an LA Knight.
it'd be like somebody who's like recently like become not active, I feel like.
Yeah.
Who would that be?
Well, like maybe just because he's been in the WWE for so long and he just turned heel. What about like a Kofi Kingston?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Mick here is not like super active. I'm trying to think if there's anybody that's like recently. I guess everybody just like keeps on going nowadays.
Yeah.
Nobody retires. Maybe I don't know. Call in if you know. Again.
What's the call-in number?
It's
867-5309.
yes. I was gonna try to find your phone number, but we can do that too.
Whose phone number?
I got your phone number too. I got all the information. Why don't you take it easy?
That's bullshit.
We'll talk about it later.
No,
I have my reasons.
I don't mind. I just, don't know how you got it or why you have it and who gave it. It was that motherfucker from Minnesota, wasn't it? Piece of shit. He'll be fucking dead by the time this airs. The rate he's going.
Oh, geez.
That's his fucking fault, not mine. He's trying to fucking scare me with his fucking foot picture. You ain't got nothing on B. Brian Blair's father, brother.
Did he send you a
I
foot
can tell
picture?
you for sure he didn't.
Yeah, he sent me. He said he broke his toe while he was freaking out the other day, and he sent me his little fucking hobbit feet. They were all black and blue. Look at this fucking little.
Well, he was freaking out. What does that mean?
I don't know. He was fucking sick or something. Look at this little fucking hobbit foot.
Ew.
Right?
I don't like that.
He fucking walked from fucking Minnesota to Mexico.
More.
Little toesies. Look at that.
Little fucking hobbit feet.
Not bad feet.
What? Those feet are gross.
My feet are gross.
Oh,
we've seen worse feet.
Who has the worst feet?
Out of the Wizards?
Brian Blair's father.
Oh, Brian Blair's father. You want to see this one, Kyle? Did you see this?
I have not. Let's see it.
Oh, man. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
1 second. Do you know the backstory?
I don't.
You were on the night he was on, weren't you?
I don't remember that.
We bump you for him?
Maybe the night he was supposed to come on?
No, I think I was on. I was just on later that episode, I think.
Maybe Brian came in early or something like that. Or...
I think he was before me. Yeah, he opened for me.
All right, so he was supposed to do the
yes,
show.
you had a great name, I remember.
Yeah. And he didn't show up. And then he apologized because his dad got sick. And we're like, okay, whatever. Like, we rebooked him. We're good. Like, we appreciate you reaching out. He decided it was imperative to send this picture of his father's foot to us.
What the fuck, dude? Is that his bone? What
Might
happened?
well be at this point.
All right, that's enough. You can take it off.
That guy you
looks like
What?
we got
looks like a chicken foot.
What happened?
His father, I don't know. His father's old. His fucking feet are falling apart.
It just erosion?
Yes. Like a beast.
It has to be some kind of like gangrene or something like that, or
that's not good.
Diabetes, this Kamala thing.
Yeah, definitely Kamala-esque. That foot, I would say. What are we even talking about?
Derailed the whole fucking.
Speaking of disgusting feet, who probably has disgusting feet is Mick Foley.
I bet.
Who's still out here putting over on Ring of Honor. He says he got the call from Ring of Honor. They're like, "Hey, Mick, we want you." And Mick was like, "Hey, I want some DVDs." And then I put the DVD in and I pressed play. And I said, now I don't curse, ladies and gentlemen, but I was like, "Holy shit." And he says that a few times. Big pops. He says, "Well, back in my day, I would have stolen those moves if I was athletic." Things of this nature. So I don't know. It seemed like he legitimately enjoyed Ring of Honor, at least to an extent. He was kind of referencing the street fight that BJ and Moff had against the Second City Saints a few months ago, which was awesome. He referenced the Abdullah the Butcher match, which was not awesome, but
No, doesn't surprise me at all.
And then he dubs Ring of Honor Ring of Hardcore.
Oh, Philip did not like this.
You sure?
Nope.
What makes you say that?
He fucking said it during the next match.
Oh yeah, he said I do not like that. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I mean, come on, Ring of Hardcore. That sounds so fucking cheese dick.
Well, look, he says that he understands Ring of Honor is about the pure wrestling, but when feuds boil over, when they turn into blood feuds, when they escalate to a point where no other option is available, you got to throw a steel cage, you got to throw a barbed wire, you got to whatever, a steel cage. So he's putting his stamp of approval on the hardcore elements of Ring of Honor, which has got to have some sort of cachet to it. No. All right. Well, next match.
I don't buy it. Like he's the fucking hardcore godfather.
Who would be if not
Kind
him?
of was at that point.
Terry
Him and Terry Funk. Yeah.
Well, Terry Funk already wrestled for Ring of Honor, and I don't think he's coming back. So we've thrown him in the trash.
Yeah, but he's the godfather of hardcore.
Godfather, not father. Terry Funk's father are hardcore. Mick Foley's the godfather.
Where does Hardcore Holly fall into this family tree? It's got to be somewhere, right?
No.
God. Why do you think I'd fuck him?
I should be the father.
Yeah, fuck everybody. So, anyways, that happens. Now we're at intermission, everybody.
Yes.
GMC's backstage with John Walters responding to Joe saying that the pure title is beneath of him. John Walters says, yeah, I know I have my doubters.
Did you say beneath is him?
Beneath of him. Yeah. That's how you say it, right? That's how sentences are said. I was hoping nobody noticed.
I get my fucking balls busted for everything I say. So when someone has a gap, I jump all over it.
Yeah, the guy who can't talk is definitely going to notice.
Of course.
Yeah, very true. Whatever. Walters is here. He's I don't know.
Walters shows why he's such a great wrestler with his backstage interview.
He says, I'm not going to cut a promo. I'm going to show what I mean with my actions, kind of thing. So probably for the best, though. And then Sugar Sean Price is back with Nigel McGuinness, which I guess is going to be John Walters' opponent for the pure title coming up. Nigel said he's been coming here for about 13 months now. It's my first championship opportunity. Ring of Honor officials have told me that I'm going to be on every show going forward. So hopefully he amounts to something. Who knows? And what was his catch? I forgot to note it down. What was his catchphrase that he said? Like
in it to win it? Or
he was like
McGuinness is in it to win it, something like that.
A nice night to be violated.
What was that?
Nice
Your audio cut out.
Nice night to be violated. Right? Because he's English, British, get it?
We got Bryan Danielson versus Alex Shelley next. And thoughts on this?
Love it.
I
Jedi Bryan Danielson.
can't believe he came out to the Offspring, right?
He did,
Yes.
yes. We're not at Final Countdown yet.
So
Not
fucking
quite.
weird.
It's not.
Yeah, he'd been coming out to the Offspring for about 2 years at this point.
He looks like he's
I
gonna
dug
sell me
it,
a
too.
bag of fucking magic beans.
It's
Vegan
the
beans, probably.
exact same cape hood of Vince McMahon when he was the higher power. Like the exact same one.
You think
It was me.
What do you think? There's only one fucking purple and black cape? You ever been around
Well,
someone?
I'm not saying it's the literal. Like, I'm not saying he raided his fucking wardrobe and put it on. I'm saying it's the same colorway or whatever.
Color
You know?
scheme?
Yes.
There's not a lot you can do with black that makes it look. You go black, purple, black, red. You can't black, yellow.
Bees.
Yeah, but he's Brian. I mean, there's B in his first name, but he's the dragon. Dragons can be purple and black.
God damn, you make a good. I never thought of it that way.
Either did I. I thought I was just fucking grasping at straws.
That was genius. Very dragon-esque. He comes out with this.
But that's like when fucking oh god damn it, Brundo.
Which one?
Baron von Raschke at fucking SummerSlam when he fucking managed the Powers of Pain.
The Baron.
Baron. Would you wear a cape like that? An outfit?
Like that? Yes. Absolutely.
In what scenario, Brundo, would you wear a cape like this?
No,
Maybe feels pointier and
walking into Chili's.
Yeah.
Oof.
He's definitely got to cast a spell of some sort.
Yeah. Or sell you fucking magic beans.
See, I went Jedi on this. He looks more like a Sith Lord or something like that.
You sound
Yeah.
like a simp lord.
Nice. Fucking nailed him.
Not my best work. Brundo busted my fucking balls on Thursday, so he's
Now
got
you're all
some
flustered
back
and
to him.
pissed. Yeah. Well, Bryan Danielson versus
Fucking
Alex
ouch.
Shelley is a match that happens.
I did.
I really enjoyed it, actually. I mean, this era of Bryan Danielson was this bully, this bald bully Bryan Danielson. I enjoy it. And Alex Shelley is still on the come up, but I love watching his work here. And I thought their styles meshed pretty well. What'd you guys make of this little ditty?
This was like at the time, it was like an indie dream match because people like creamed themselves for Alex Shelley on the indies. So, and you know, he was a big technical guy. So to have him go against Bryan Danielson, like all the message boards were going nuts at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the match itself was great. It's rough, clean match, lots of great arm work that, you know, amounted to something, and
Yes.
you know, good shit.
Old fucking Charlie Chaplin on commentary, whatever the fuck his stupid name was. They couldn't come up with something better for his arm being hurt than he banged it on the sign. I was like putting my laundry away, and he's like, "You see, Alex Shelley favoring his arm that he banged in the fracas." What he banged it on the sign?
Those signs were no joke. Those guardrail signs.
I understand.
You bang those things. I had a, I was front row at one of these shows, and I banged on the sign. And my thumb went numb. So, coming from experience, the signs they're nasty.
Yeah, I don't know. You could have, you know, so someone got him in the back during the brawl. Look, I have to ask. I don't know if I've ever asked this before.
3 inches flaccid, 2 erect.
What
Still the same.
What is the purpose of cattle mutilation?
It's like a full Nelson.
Pulls your shoulders out of your sockets.
Doesn't look that
I think.
painful. Doesn't look that painful to me.
Have somebody put you in a cattle mutilation.
Let's do it. Who's coming over to cattle-y mutilate me?
Mutilate your
Wheeler
cattle?
Yuta.
Yeah.
Who's doing? I don't see any of you putting your fucking ass in the air, flipping over.
If I ever see you in the real life, my ass is going up. You're going face down.
You'd be fucking in my backyard by the time the sun goes down tonight. You got my fucking government name, my phone number.
Yeah. I'm in your house right now as we speak. You just don't know it yet. This is all green screen behind me. You know what I'm saying? Are you checking your cameras to make sure I'm not?
No, someone sent me a message.
More foot pictures?
Yes, we are. The Shining Wizards only fan feet pictures are going to go crazy. We can all quit our day jobs.
Yeah, there you go.
Can't wait.
I thought this was great, and you know, Danielson, they really put over on commentary. He deserves a title shot, so it looks like they're setting up that collision course between him and Joe. If Joe can get past Doug Williams here, and it was a fine match, fine hell of a match.
Yeah, no, I like you said, both technical wrestlers, which sometimes you have that kind of dynamic, and it's like, all right, we get it, but they ramped it up when it had to be ramped up. Like the finishing stretch here, like Shelley hits his shell shock for a 2 count, so we got some good drama towards the end, and locks in his Border City stretch, but then Danielson gets the ropes, and then Bryan comes back with some sick European uppercuts. The cattle mutilation, your favorite move.
It's not, I don't hate. I just don't
you're bringing your arms up, you know. Do that. It hurts.
Put them behind your back though.
Like, I don't know. We'll practice next time we see each other.
I would love to see you, Kyle.
Oh, I see you every day. You just don't know it.
Great.
But then Bryan wins, I think. Right?
Yes, he wins.
Yes.
Big win.
Cattle mutilation for the tap out, ultimately. A lot of good counters towards the end, and very just like that snap regal plex he did was sick, leading right into that cattle. But then Bryan offers his hand. But Shelley, he almost shakes his hand 2 or 3 times. But he doesn't. He leaves. He skedaddles. Bryan. Brian grabs the mic. He's like, yeah, you Generation Next guys are a bunch of sore losers.
Oh.
And also, Smo Joe's dodging me, by the way. Let's do something about that. I'm paraphrasing. Then Brian calls out Jushin Thunder Liger. Who daddy? I like the sound of that. So a lot of spoons in the porridge of the Danielson household.
My guy. Now, Brundo, did that ever happen? Danielson and Liger?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it happens about a month from then. Or so. Liger comes over for a weekend. Another, 2004, you look at Jushin Liger coming over in 2025 eyes. It's like, every Japanese guy comes over, but 2004 it wasn't happening all the time. Like seeing Liger, it's like, okay, I might not see him again for another, 3-4 years. So big thing.
When we first started the podcast, we vended John Morrison during WrestleMania weekend, and you have to go in early and meet the wrestlers or whatever. And Jushin Thunder Liger was on the show, and I went backstage and he didn't have his mask on, and it devastated me. I was fucking shook for the rest of the night.
Damn. Handsome?
Is he handsome?
He's a tiny little man. He's just a tiny little Asian man.
It's a Japanese guy, right? Think of a Japanese guy. It's probably what it is.
It's really like, I'm not even trying to be funny. It's just he's just a dude.
So
what was sour face?
Yeah, I said
just killed a part of Kyle there.
Lemon drop or whatever.
I wasn't trying. I wasn't even trying to be funny. He was just a dude. It was fucking upsetting.
You just think the mask was a part of his body?
No, but I
think his head was shaped like.
This is what I was.
He had horns.
Oh man, I can't wait to see it.
Well, you all have a horn.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what I was expecting. I just wasn't it was because I just came around the corner. He was there in his whole outfit except for the head on, and I was like, "Well, I first shouldn't be back here." And B, what the fuck?
What'd you say? Did you yell?
I didn't say anything. I just fucking was shook. I walked out. I couldn't focus.
You thought another Japanese guy stole his bottoms?
I didn't know. I didn't expect to see him without his head on, and then I said, "What is?"
Probably
It's just a torso with no head.
Imagine he was just a black guy just standing back. That would have devastated you, right?
I don't know. Scorpio. He was just an old man. He was old, and then whenever 2013, 2014.
Yeah. Hate to see it.
You need to make that like a T-shirt or a sticker or something. Whatever that face is you're doing, it needs.
I'm not gonna do that. That's nope.
Right.
Nope. Well, we're at a little pure title match, ladies and gentlemen. We got pure title on the line. John Walters defending against Nigel McGuinness in a pure rules match, as per they're always defended under pure rules. What do you guys think of this rule set here? 3 rope breaks, no punches to the face, and 20 count on the outside.
It was something different. I like that. Yeah, for the time.
Yeah, I liked it. So obviously I wasn't watching during this era, but when they brought it back a couple years ago, I loved it. I want to ask you, Brundo.
Yeah.
Live pure matches versus watching it on a DVD or videotape, which did you prefer?
It really depended on the wrestlers in the match. So whether if you get 2 guys who are really good and really understand how to do the rules of a pure match, like this one was, it was absolutely entertaining. But then you get a John Walters, Matt Striker pure match from earlier in the year that was met to crickets. So it meant, Nigel, even at this time, I thought had some charisma to him. So it really helped the match itself.
Charisma?
Yeah, charisma.
Charisma. I like charisma.
Yeah.
What
David Lee Roth calls it.
Boozy up. Because when they brought it back for towards the end of Ring of Honor, live, the matches were good, but people weren't reacting. But when you watched it back, Ian Riccaboni and Caprice Coleman did such a great job of explaining everything that was going on. Like it made the match. Like I think we saw Mike Bennett and John Gresham, and it was fucking great. But when you watch it back, it was like 5 times better because they were there kind of explaining everything. And in the arena, nobody is telling you why he's not going for, like, you kind of are so used to a traditional wrestling match, you forget, like, oh, he can't grab the rope because he's down to one more rope break. So I like the concept, but in 2019 and 2020, I think it was over a lot of people's heads if you were in the arena live. But I really enjoyed this. I thought Nigel shined in this match.
Oh, dude, definitely. Yeah, no, I've always been a proponent of like titles beneath the world title having like different criteria to win them. Like I enjoy the Heritage Cup to an extent. I thought it was better in NXT UK than what it is now, but I like, you know, different titles have different, like, it's like a different division. Like it's not like a tier below. So that's what this feels like. It just feels like a whole different thing. And yeah, modern pure matches are, I feel like, definitely you have the benefit of the better graphics on screen. If you're watching, you know, you can keep track of the rope breaks or whatever. And it's been interesting watching the pure division evolve because they were really just like trying to figure it out at the beginning. Like it was like CM Punk versus AJ Styles, and then they would like grab the ropes by accident and they'd be like, oh, that's a rope break. But then it never like would have factored into the finish. But here it's like the whole story is that each guy is like trying to lock in submissions like near the ropes to try to get them to use their rope break. So I think that adds a fun little layer to it. Nigel
Commentary did an awesome job too, explaining all of that too. They really shined on this match.
Yeah, no, shout out to them.
Well, I think when you do something like this, like, look, I can't call whatever happens on Thursday nights. I can't call it Ring of Honor anymore. Whatever that program is, I'm sure Ian Riccaboni and Caprice Coleman do a great match during the pure title matches, but like, or call a great match, excuse me. But this was they crushed it, and you need to you need to focus on the importance of the rope break and the strategy and everything. And I think they did a great job in this. And I haven't seen like this. Watching this Glory by Honor, I want to see whatever the next show is. Like this really is something I've never seen before, so I'm kind of excited to check out what's next after this event and see how it all plays out, because I know eventually Nigel kind of takes off.
Yeah, for sure. And even like John Walters, he's a guy like, I don't know, man. When I first saw him in my watch through, I was like, this is another fucking generic Chris Benoit wannabe type of guy. But Walters has like, he's a consistent dude. Like he has great matches pretty much every time he's on the card. And I think this pure division's perfect for him. Like you don't need to be like a Dynamite promo to be in this division, which I think there's a lot of those guys in Ring of Honor right now that are like that. So I feel like having this division just facilitates that so well. But no, the match is great. The Nigel, I mean, this is Nigel's probably biggest spotlight he's had up to this point. Like he's been in a lot of like quick matches, curtain jerking matches, a couple scrambly type of matches, but he's like in a marquee match here. It's a pretty long match. Is unable to get the win though, unfortunately. I did like the spot where Nigel does the old headstand in the corner, like on the top rope. Normally that's like a comedy spot to like you like put your foot out, like nope. But he like used this. He like, because Walters charged at him. Nigel drops down and then like flips him backwards into a Tower of London. It was just so seamless. Good near falls towards the end, and but ultimately Walters hits a triple backstabber. So he hits 3 in a row. And then the last one, he holds on to the wrists of Nigel and like does like a straight jacket choke of some sort. I don't know what you would call it, but it felt very desperate and just vicious, and that's what gets the submission. So Walters retains, and yeah, I agree. Great match.
You could definitely see there was something there with Nigel too, something to come.
Crowd loves him already.
He had something. Yeah, absolutely.
But after that, we got old James E. Cornette backstage. Now Brundo, you might know more of the backstory on this because Jim Cornette was there. Was it in 2003 sometime, and he was managing the Briscoes, and then all of a sudden he wasn't on screen anymore. And Jim Cornette references that like Ring of Honor was mad at him for some. Do you know the backstory as far as like why Cornette like left Ring of Honor for a little bit?
I really don't, to be honest. I don't think I think maybe just they didn't have anything for him.
Didn't want to pay
at
him,
that
maybe?
point. The Briscoes, the Briscoes kind of turned away from him and everything, so they didn't need him anymore. So
Right.
yeah, just gave him a break. It's not like he went back to WWE at that point, or maybe OVW was getting busy. Who knows?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He was still booking OVW at that point.
Right. We're not quite at TNA Cornette yet, but
No,
we're getting there. But Cornette's like, because the Briscoes fired him because he wasn't showing up. So Cornette was like, well, I came back to Ring of Honor because I want to get revenge on them. But then I learned that they're suspended. So Jim, he has nothing to do now. Cornette, he's just sitting there with his racket in his hand with nothing to do. So what does he do? He's going to bring back the Midnight Express in October, the next month, which I don't know if you recall that, either of you, but that sounds like a thing that could be, I don't know. Is that good? Is it?
Yeah, I mean, it was the first time all three of them, because Dennis Condrey, when he left, he fell off a cliff and nobody saw him for a long time. So
Right.
it was pretty cool. It's the first time all three, Condrey, Eaton, and Lane were together in a ring. So tickled a lot of people the right way.
Oh yeah.
Did they wrestle?
I don't think they wrestled. At that point, maybe only Bobby Eaton could wrestle.
Did they make a save with a fire extinguisher?
Sadly, no.
Damn.
Are you gonna? Is this next in your? Do you do the Midnight Express reunion, Kyle?
That'll be the next show. Yes, sir. So we'll dive deep into the Midnight Express.
Deep, you say?
Balls deep. Speaking of deep, we're deep into the world title reign of Samoa Joe, 18 months. And he's here now to defend it against Doug Williams, former Pure Champion, just lost his title the previous show. But I forget why. But John Walters was allowed to pick Joe's opponent for this match, and he chose the guy that he beat, Doug Williams. So that's how we got here. Doug, they had a match in 2003 that was kind of like whatever, but this match, for whatever reason, my pickle was thoroughly tickled by this one. I was just the dynamic of these two, just big beefy boys going at it with a little chain wrestling and striking, and I thought this had everything I like in wrestling. What'd you guys make of this?
Yeah, another hard hitting affair. I thought commentary did a great job pointing out Doug was the first guy to challenge Joe when Joe won the title, alluding to what you mentioned, the match in 2003.
Right.
Yeah, and I thought they just had a fucking banger, man. They just went out there and beat the shit out of each other. Some cool spots, guardrail spot, which I enjoyed. What they call the ole gimmick. But yeah, I thought this was a great match. At the time, it was just the right amount of time. It kept me intrigued. I was on the edge of my seat, and I just enjoyed it. I love, I've seen a few of Samoa Joe's title defenses during this era. Like you're hard pressed to find a better wrestler, than Samoa Joe at this time.
By far and away. I didn't like it as much as some of the other Joe defenses. It felt kind of like a long, extended Joe squash. Like Doug Williams didn't get a lot in, and I don't know if that has to do with the slam out of the corner he gave him, where Doug just took it right on the top of his head.
A Uranagi out of the
maybe
classic.
Might have been a little concussed after that, but I mean, it's Samoa Joe in 2004, 2005. Like you said, there's nobody better at that point.
Yeah, it's weirdly how a lot of Joe's matches are. Like, he just had a match with like Matt Stryker like the month before this, and it was kind of the same thing. It's like I felt like his opponents never get any offense in unless you're like CM Punk or whatever. But
yeah,
but it was good though. I mean, Doug, he got his little grapple fuck stuff in the beginning with like the wishbone, deal when he like holds one ankle with his hands and the other with his feet. But then Joe's like, I'm not playing around. I'm not, allowing this to happen. He just like slaps him in the ass to get him off of him. So it was like Joe like avoiding these shenanigans, which was a fun part of this match. But like you said, the hard hitting stuff, the classic Joe kicks. I mean, there's this one leg sweep he does that sends Doug Williams like flying across the ring. Doug Williams hits his top rope knee drop for a 2 counts, which was his closest that he got to winning. Because then Joe comes back with a lariat. You just see the sweat fly off. It's the lighting of Ring of Honor is just like perfect for seeing sweat fly off of bodies. And then he hits the muscle buster. Tickles me right where I want to be tickled. Muscle buster, 2 count. which is you don't see that a lot. And then Joe just like picks him up, slaps him a bunch, and then hits him with a lariat and gets the win. It's very Gunther-esque, this finish. Just hit him with a bunch of things and then until he's dead, which I like. I like that. So
right, that's the purpose, right?
Generally, yeah. To pin your opponent, yeah. By any means necessary. Yeah. So good stuff by both blokes. I think we're nearing the end of Joe's reign here. Only a few more months, but
who beats him? Who beats him? Danielson or Homicide?
I know exactly who beats him. It was Aries.
Yeah. That's pretty sure.
Yeah. Spoiler.
Aries, wow.
Should have been Jay Lethal.
Jay Lethal, you say?
Imagine he gives him. Maybe he uses that ankle bracelet to beat Joe. How the turns have tabled.
Yes, wow. It all brings to that storytelling. Good job, Mr. Bauer, Jimmy Bauer.
There you go. He nailed it. Well, hey, it's main event time, boys and girls.
Yeah, I was surprised. I did like the first half of the show. Like they didn't really put over that this was the main event until the BJ Moff match where they won, and then they were like, "Well, they have 2 matches signed. They'll be out later for the main event."
It's a surprise for everybody. We got the Ring of Honor tag team titles on the line in a ultimate endurance match, a 4-way elimination. What do we make of these rules? If you guys even caught what they were.
Well, so what? It's elimination style.
First one
every fall.
Yeah, first fall was tap out only.
Yes.
Second fall was scramble. Third fall was
just a normal match, I think.
Remember. Yeah, just plain old singles.
But this all felt like a scramble, so it's like, first fall submission only. So who even gets eliminated here? Well, first, let's not put the cart before the horse here. We got Havana Pitbulls defending against BJ and Moff versus the Carnage Crew versus Generation Next, represented here by Jack Evans and Roddy Strong. The young Roderick Strong. Crazy. I
fucking love. Every time I see Roderick Strong, I'm like, God damn, he's fucking good, and I want to watch more Roderick Strong.
He just like keeps getting better too. Like today, Roderick Strong is as good as he's ever been.
Yeah, I fucking love it, man.
Yeah.
The Messiah of the Backbreaker, right? And that was what they called him.
That's his deal.
that was his nickname.
Maybe my favorite part of this match is the little interaction between Dan Moff and Roderick Strong, where Moff is just lighting this poor boy up with chops in the corner. I don't know if he said something about his mother backstage. I don't know what was going on, but he was chasing him around the ring, chopping the hell. Even when they were both not legal, they were on the apron. Dan Moff like goes over to Roderick Strong, who's also on the apron, and chops the shit out of him and knocks him off. Just, I don't know what's going on there, but I loved it.
Yeah, he gave Evans one for good luck too.
Yeah, don't know, but I don't know anything about this first fall in particular. Catch your guys' eye.
I feel like from Jump Street, you kind of knew it was going to come down to Moff and Whitmer against the Pitbulls, so it was just a matter of how we got there. And so I was kind of, being a Mark wrestling fan, I kind of knew it going in. Like, okay, let's just see how we got there, but nothing like stood out in a bad way. It was fine. It was what it was.
I don't know how HC Loke is still walking. He took a chair shot that
dude,
Moff just absolutely CTE'd him.
Because Loke has somebody at a submission of some sort. He sees Dan Moff with this chair. He's like, go ahead and hit me. And Dan Moff, like, Sabu throws this chair. And the chair goes, like, it wraps around Loke's head. Loke completely no-sells it. And I think it's, like, for real, pisses off Moff. So he takes the chair again and just from all the way from Idaho, just annihilated his skull with this chair. They're like, what, plastic chairs probably, but still, I mean, they're stiff as hell, it seemed like. And then Moff and BJ do like a concerto of sorts to DeVito's legs around the post, which I thought was pretty creative. And then they do like a double single leg crab. So I guess a crab with with 2 people. And DeVito has to tap out, and commentary is really laying it on thick that he has bad knees. And then plus the chair shots to the legs, and then this double crab. Well, he has no other choice but to tap out. So the Carnage Crew is eliminated.
Too bad.
Too bad.
The big Carnage Crew guy. I love the Carnage Crew.
Yeah?
So
I actually do
oh,
too.
yeah, absolutely.
They kind of rule.
Yeah.
So now it becomes a scramble match, which
yeah.
watching this, I was like, I feel like it's already been a scramble, but whatever. It's officially a scramble match. It's pretty quick though. Dan Moff just completely obliterates Jack Evans with a burning hammer.
Oof.
1, 2, 3. Generation Next is out of here. So as you mentioned, now it's just Dan Moff, BJ Whitmer versus the Pitbulls.
That's what you came for.
Yep.
I mean, this whole match, I thought the energy was fucking great. I loved it was chaotic, but I thought it worked, especially like this last fall here. I thought there was like general like fuck you energy to this, which I don't know, is what I like.
Dan Moff was the MVP of this match too. He shined like a motherfucker in this one. Like he was just all over the place, just amazing. Especially this when he almost ate shit on a dive at the end of the last fall, like right before it ended.
Was it a suicide dive?
Suicide dive, yeah.
Yeah, he always like goes into the crowd kinda, and like he's a maniac.
He's also like a fucking bowling ball. It's horrifying to see him do it every time. Like, as a big boy, that's fucking wild that he does that with such grace.
At this point, he had trimmed down though a whole bunch. He was probably in the best shape he's ever been in his life
still
too.
Like a monster.
He still is, yeah, but
he's a beast. He's a beast, and he gets. I think that dive takes him out for the rest of the match. I feel like he's got BJ Whitmer and Rocky Romero. By the way, the Pitbulls kind of laid low for those first 2 falls, which is smart, I guess.
Of course.
Why
they said it on commentary. Like what they got nothing to win from being in the first 2 falls.
Champion's advantage.
Yeah,
there you go. This like ending stretch here is like BJ and Rocky. They're just like slapping the shit out of each strikes back and forth. BJ hits his wrist clutch exploder to Rocky for a 2 count, and then they like square up like on opposite sides of the rings, and BJ like takes his elbow pads off, puts his knee pads down, which is kind of weird, but I think it makes sense.
When you don't have the knee is hard, right? If you take the pad off,
the knee,
just the knee
is hard. Everybody. I don't know, when you're like about to fight somebody and you have like it's a little weird. No, it's functional.
I know. This is where you're gonna start picking nits. Like if I fucking throw Irish whip you across the rope, like across the ring, you're just gonna keep running. You're gonna bounce off and come back at me. Come on,
momentum. The ropes are springy.
Your ass.
Basic physics.
Bone on bone, baby. That's what BJ's looking to do.
Double bone.
With somebody.
That's that lady beat the shit out of a couple years ago.
Okay.
What? It's not like it's fucking not public record. BJ Whitmer's a piece of shit.
Not a great guy.
Just gonna ask.
And you can find him on episode 278. All right, whatever.
Whatever.
You know, Rocky's here. He didn't beat anybody up.
And Kyle, let me ask you another. When was the last time you fucking squared up to fight somebody?
It was actually it was a couple weeks ago. Well, I didn't square up. Another guy squared. So all right, so I was driving into work, right? And now the parking's a nightmare where I work. It's like a big parking lot. I park in a spot. A guy who was like next to me thought I like snaked it from him, but I didn't even fucking see him. And he was also going like the wrong way in a one-way road. It was like he was not in the right. So I park in the spot, and he parks behind me, horizontal, so I can't get out. I get out of the car. He's called, "Oh, you fucking faggot, bitch! I'm gonna fuck your mom."
Wow.
And I'm like laughing at him because he's like this little Mexican fella, and not the fact that he's Mexican doesn't matter, but it's what he is.
His anger is funny to you.
Yes, it makes it more funny for whatever reason. And I'm just like laughing at him. I'm like walking to my building, and he's like, I don't know, it's a whole thing. It's just a bunch of, "Oh, you look like a guy whose mom I was neck deep in last night." And it's like just like that kind of shit. And he like walks up to me because he's like across the street at this point. He turns around because he says something like that. I'm like, good one. And he's like, he turns around. He's like, "What'd you say?" And I say, "Good one." And then he starts walking towards me. And like, okay, I'm a pretty like big dude. And I don't think he realized that until he got near me. So he like started walking towards me and he like turns left a little bit and like goes and moves his car. So I don't know if he just like didn't want to fight. I didn't want to fight. I'm not going to fight over a parking spot.
Right, of course. But if he had kept being the aggressor,
I would not have pulled my knee pads down.
but would you have like, I don't know, maybe like taking your wallet out of your pockets, put your keys down, like, you know, you got to be fucking
Turn
limber.
a ring around or something.
Yeah, you got to be limber. You can't have. What if you go to fucking strike them and your keys jab you in your fucking quad and you fucking buckle? Ah!
Do you think that's going to be the issue?
I don't know. I'm just saying it's not.
Look,
you know, you got to fucking square up. You got to unload so you don't have any extra shit on you. That's gonna.
I did have my lunchbox and my laptop, so I wouldn't want to crush my protein bars and my bananas.
Fucking 7.
What am I gonna bring lunch? What am I gonna?
Some of us who work in office bring
Sorry,
lunch
yeah.
boxes.
I'm like,
to the
Okay, it's like a
office.
book bag. It's not like a fucking.
I'm sorry.
It's not a Thomas the train engine, like, you know, choo choo, like, you know, open up the. It's like a black
I feel
bag.
attacked.
I forget. I'm an outdoor cat. I don't have to. I don't sit in a fucking office. I'm fucking out.
Yeah, we don't.
You know?
Yeah, you just you boil yourself a pizza. Yeah,
Yeah,
nom,
boil
you shit your
myself.
pants.
Boil
Or
myself.
whatever. I don't know
What
what
are
you
they
guys
doing
do.
down there in fucking the Virginias, you weirdo?
Yeah, you'll boil your pizzas up there. Craziness.
Sick fucking freaks. Humans.
Cucaracha. Yeah, when you have Mexicans come to your work, you just sing their songs, you know, offensively, and
Of course, you're the fucking one person.
hope that's never brought up on the internet. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So,
What do you got? If you got a fucking problem with me, Kyle, don't ask me to do this shit anymore.
I don't have a problem with you. I'm not Mexican.
I hope it shows up on the internet. You fuck.
So
Sour.
it's Jushin Thunder Liger.
Wow, inappropriate,
incentive.
Bell.
That's okay. It's okay. We're fine. Rocky Romero's here. He's wrestling. BJ's knees are down, or not his knees. His knee pads are down. He didn't take his knee pads off. Yeah, I mean that's why you need knee pads. You know what I'm saying? So, but Rocky.
My bell's
But
thick.
here's the kicker, folks. Rocky Romero, I don't think, pulled his knee pads down, but he wins with the knee. He knees BJ in the head, so knee wins. Ever think about that?
His knee pad.
Did he have knee pads on?
This face.
After BJ got hit in the head with it, probably.
Knee pad knee.
Knee pad knee.
Oh.
Oh, so the Pitbulls win. Not those Pitbulls. The Havana Pitbulls retain.
I know you want me.
Uno,
Make
dos,
some noise.
I was thinking ECW Pitbulls.
Oh, Gary Wolf and Anthony Durante. They'll sell you
Yeah,
a
like-
kilo of Coke yesterday.
I bet.
One of them.
There's also.
Anthony Durante was in prison.
Wait, hold on. There's the.
I think he's just dead.
Now he's dead, yeah. But Gary Wolf's still floating around.
Yeah.
We used to be Facebook
Sprite
friends.
base show.
Wasn't like Jamie Noble and Kid Cash in a tag team called the
Yeah.
Pitbulls as well?
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah, they
Pitbull
sure
teams
were.
out there. A lot of Pitbulls. A lot of dogs on the prowl.
Well, no one
there.
gets the German shepherds are not scary. Oh.
That could be.
Right?
Depends on what kind of German.
Michael Vick's not betting on the German shepherd fights.
You sure?
You don't know that.
Here come the Labradoodles. What are we doing here, people? Nipples, that's it.
The Havana Labradoodles? You don't think that would have
Yeah, no, they're not selling a lot of merch.
You know what's a thing though, actually? The
What is?
Havana Pitbulls are in a part of a bigger faction called the Rottweilers. So what kind of dog are they? Thoughts? Are they a mix? Are they Pitbull are they Rottbulls?
What if they're mutts and they all just have the mutts hang together?
That feels racist, what you just said.
What?
Um
You asked what put I don't know.
low key is a mud, that's for
It's
sure.
like it's like Garfield and Friends. It's like fucking Homicide and Friends. They're just all different breeds of dogs, and they fucking run through the neighborhood. They eat your lasagna. No, Heathcliff. Heathcliff is better. Heathcliff is a better.
Wait, Homicide's eating my lasagna? What happened?
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, his fucking brain is turned into spaghetti, so
His brain is lasagna. Yeah.
he'll eat anything at this point.
That's not very nice. Whatever. Pitbulls win, I think, right?
Yeah, they win. They are the defending, reigning Ring of Honor tag team champions of the world.
And then Allison Danger comes out. She's like, well, you guys are champions. Let me offer you some money. You be a part of the prophecy. Or whatever. You're not be a part of the prophecy. I'll give you some money if you continue to beat BJ and Moth up. And then they're like, all right. So they do that. Then the embassy comes out. They join in on the beatdown. Then Generation Next comes out. Now we just have this Bukkake in the ring.
Yeah, are all of them getting paid by Allison Danger, or was it just the Havana Pitbulls? Because that's bad business for the other groups.
Yeah, you got to split it so many ways now.
Or work your own deal out. Like, fuck, if she's not paying everybody, what are you doing out there?
Well, I don't think anybody's getting paid ultimately because somebody makes a save.
It's horseshit, man.
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand how he can take out all three factions.
You've never been sprayed by a fire extinguisher before?
How much juice is in? Like, at some point, it's just smoke.
That covered a lot of the ring. And as Gabe put it, it was a nice tribute to 9/11 firefighters.
Which I feel like that's not what that was about.
So weird.
I don't think so either. And I don't think they used very many fire extinguishers on September 11th.
Yeah, no, jet fuel. Get some
me.
fucking fire extinguishers.
Hey, I didn't say it. He did.
I mean, it would have been something, a fire extinguisher could have been an homage, but you could have also had like Akeem and Bossman come out, right? The Twin Tower. Wasn't that the Twin Towers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bossman, I think he was still around at this point. No.
Yeah.
He's
He
still
was.
alive,
It was pretty soon after this, but
So
he was still alive and kicking at this point.
missed opportunity there. But Foley comes out. Fire extinguishes everybody except Moth and BJ, who are apparently immune to the smoke. They take out everybody. And then you remember Jimmy Rave gave Foley the low blow earlier? Well, comes full circle. Foley with the low blow to Jimmy Rave. Double arm DDT. Bang, bang.
I don't think he said bang, bang, man.
Bang, bang.
I'm surprised.
So that's how we end the show.
I'm surprised he didn't take the sock out.
Maybe that's not copyright, trademarked.
It's a sock.
Maybe by the Fed.
It might have been.
Mr.
They
Socko.
sold them, I'm sure.
If he didn't put a face on it, he just took a dirty sock out of his underwear.
It would have had to been like a underoos, like take them out, Mr. Underwearo, Mr.
I mean, he doesn't have to call it anything. You could just call it. I mean, we are, we're only a few years from sock face being a thing, so he could have called it sock face.
Sock face is around, PWG.
He could have used a different one, Mr. Ankle Sock.
Is PWG around 2004?
It is. It's not good.
Yeah.
I've been watching it. It's not good, but because I don't know, just for shits and gigs. The best part is the commentary because it's Excalibur and Disco Machine. Man, if I wanted to cancel Excalibur, I could, but I won't. Or I could get Adam Pearce or whoever the fuck. I mean, there's faggots and retards all over the place on that joke.
It's crazy. It was 20 years ago, but it's thrown around like it's the fucking football across the street here on the football field.
Right, that's a good analogy.
Disco Machine, Jesus Christ!
You don't like the Disco Machine, or
hey, without no Disco Machine, there's no PWG. So,
Super Dragon. There's like 6 co-owners or whatever.
Yeah, fucking Joey Ryan. Yeah. He's gonna fucking sexually harass your girl.
I mean, tip of
just
the iceberg. Well, speaking of sexually harassing, I had fun sexually harassing this show with you guys. Any other thoughts?
Is this a long show for you?
It's kind of.
What's the longest show you've ever done?
Actually, speaking of Ring of Honor, I did a show with Monster Mac before.
Oh, he's the best.
He's a great guy, but I would say like one thing, and then he would just go off for like fucking half an hour. But it was cool. Like no complaints. But it was a fun one. Final Battle 2002, folks. Wow. You want to check that out. But yeah, no, this is. I mean, if it's long, if it's fun, I don't mind it being long. And I have a lot of fun with my Wizzies here. Any other nuggets on Glory Hole by Honor 3, folks?
I don't think that's.
It was a great fucking show, I gotta say.
Yeah.
It was a very, very good show. Very bottom heavy, I would say. But very enjoyable watch.
Yeah, I'd never seen it before. I really enjoyed it. This era of Ring of Honor is uncharted territory for me, so it's definitely something I'd love to go and check out. More 2004 Ring of Honor.
Hell yeah. No, it's a fun era for Ring of Honor, 04 and 05, which I'm unfamiliar with, at least up to this point. So
yeah, it just keeps getting better and better from here too. You got some bangers coming up.
I mean, we got
from my memory.
Bald, Bryan Danielson finally, Nigel's in the picture. A lot of good stuff happening.
Yeah.
But nothing as good as the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast. Come on.
Too kind.
You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Checks in the mail, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, pal. Where can everybody...
He knows where to get it.
Do not enter. Where can everybody find you lovely people, listen to your program and all of that good stuff?
Brundo, do you want me to do this, Brundo, or do I?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, go for it.
All right. Every Monday night we are live on Facebook and YouTube, youtube.com/The Shining Wizards. And then wherever you listen to podcasts, we are available. If you listen on Spotify, we now have the video feature, so you can actually watch the broadcast on Spotify. And listen to it as a podcast, whatever you want to do. But just throw The Shining Wizards into your search engine. And when you see our 5 mugs pop up, you know you have reached your destination. We got I'm
going to say there's no show out there that has more entertaining chapters on Spotify than ours. Whatever AI picks up. I look forward to that every single week.
Yeah, we got a busy,
especially when Kyle's on.
Yeah,
little HJC action every third Monday.
HJC, big time coming in April, and your HJC in April, Kyle, comes right after WrestleMania 41.
Whoo! Is that the 14th? I guess I'll be on. All right,
no, so WrestleMania is the 21st, 20th, 19th, and 20th. So,
is it?
Yep, and you just said the third week, so 14 Easter. Days into a month is only 2, you fucking wizard.
This is why you guys are the wizard and I'm just the apprentice or whatever. I'm this guy, right? I walk in. Jedi, also a wizard.
Something.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. The apprentice has become the master.
Yeah, we got a jam-packed April. We got if I know you've watched some old ECW, Tony Stetson's gonna be on the show. Maniac Glenn Osborne. We got legit Layla Hirsch coming up, Gringo Loco. Brundo's just fucking smashing it. So
hell yeah.
That's what I do.
It's fun. We have a good time.
Well, everybody go check it out if you want.
There's in a couple weeks. I don't know when this. I always say
this will be out on the 9th.
Okay.
9th.
Okay.
The second week of April.
Yep. This will be post the puppet show that we have to do because we lost picks to Tony.
Oh no.
Yeah, we have to make a puppet. I don't fucking know. I have no idea. I think
I'm just going to
throw. I think I'm just going to put eyes around my nipples and draw mouth around my belly button. Just completely fucking embarrass myself like an asshole.
It wouldn't be the first time you had your shirt off on a podcast.
Yeah, so. I'll get in trouble with the missus, but you know.
Wow, I feel like that's do a whole podcast on that.
You know what? I'm pretty good. Like, you know, sometimes I push the boundaries. For the most part, like today, she hates folding her laundry. So today, while I watched Ring of Honor, I folded her laundry.
What a guy. Look at you.
Well, she does she's a woman, so she does woman laundry. Where women, I don't know about your guys' wives. My wife has an endless amount of fucking socks and underwear. So there's no need for her to there's no situation where she has to do laundry because she always has clean socks and underwear. I do my laundry.
Is that all she wears?
No, but she has tons of like fucking jeans and stretchy pants and t-shirts. She works a lot too. So she does like she'll wash her shirt in the sink and then throw it in the fucking dryer or something weird like that if she's in a pinch. Because she hates doing laundry. I do my laundry once a week. So I do it, it goes in the dryer, I take it out, I fold it, I put it away. She fucking washes, she was doing laundry last night at fucking 3:00 in the morning. When I came home from work, shit goes in the dryer, then it sits in the dryer. And if it gets out of the dryer, it goes in the basket and then it sits in the fucking basket for weeks. For weeks. Three laundry baskets worth of shit I folded today.
Do you
Trophy husband right there.
Going for it.
do you guys separate the colors from the whites?
I don't.
Nope.
No,
No.
everything goes in together. Everything cold, everything in one of them little fun pods. Call it a day. Also,
Yeah,
me
don't
and
have
my-
time for that shit.
I get my balls busted on the Wizards.
Hmm.
Me and my wife don't do, like, our laundry is not mixed. I have my laundry
Nothing is in that
basket,
household.
and she has her laundry basket.
Sounds racist to me.
And Tony can't wrap his fucking head around it.
Wait, does he put everybody's clothes at the same time?
I think he has like a family hamper, and then they just wash everything together. Right? Not me.
I have
just
the
told
same-
you. Everything goes on cold. I'd fucking shrink all her shit. I'd fuck her shit up.
Oh, you don't even like hang shirts or anything?
No, I would hang shirts.
You just go shrink.
Whose shirt's gonna shrink?
All shirts shrink if you wash them and then you dry them.
Not if you're fat like me. You just fucking put them back on, stretch it back out.
That's why all my shirts from years ago don't fit anymore. They all shrunk.
Well,
Yeah, that's what I keep telling myself. Until a fucking Facebook memory comes up. I go, hey, I'm a pretty good looking guy a couple years ago. What happened?
Damn. It's the boat on that.
Hang up shirts, huh?
Why are you perplexed at this? It's a thing, people. We got a whole hanger gimmick. It
He works
folds
on a
up.
pizza truck. He doesn't have a shirt that he has to hang.
I ain't got no time for hanging shirts. Sorry, we're gonna make a pizza.
First of all, I don't talk like that.
That's your other wizard, right? I forgot.
Yeah. Second,
Gabagool.
that's it. Gabagool, Tony Z. Hey, what are you gonna do for me now?
Mm.
I hang like my hoodies and stuff, but they all go in the dryer and then they get hung up.
See, I don't even hang my hoodies. I just dry my hoodies.
You just air dry it.
No, I put them in the dryer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I dry them in the dryer and then I hang them up. What are you talking about hanging shirts? What's the
like to dry? You put them in the washer,
yeah,
and then you take them from the washer and hang them.
no,
Yes.
I put them in the dryer.
Oh, you're an asshole.
That's what the fucking dryer's for, stupid.
It shrinks the shirts if you do it like that.
Doesn't shrink my shirts.
I'll shrink your shirt.
I don't know what that means. But you put your hoodies in the dryer?
Yeah. You don't?
No. Yes, I put I'm a fucking caveman. Everything goes in wash. Everything goes in water. Everything goes in dryer. No, I've never come on my cats. I know where my cum goes. This show is not worth a fisting. This show is.
Once again, thank you to Maddie Daddy and King Kong Brundy for joining me on this episode. Wacky times with those boys, but always a good old time. Appreciate them hopping on the Apron Bump train. Choo, choo, choo. Go check out the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts, as well as live on YouTube and all of those type of things. Every Monday at 7. Did I already say that? Probably. What else? Follow me, whatever the fuck. If you've made it this far, you're probably following me on whatever you want to follow me, or whatever. I don't give a shit. Fuck you. Oh, what else is there to say? Nothing, right? How are you guys doing? I feel like I'm always talking to you about what I'm doing. I never sit here and listen to you. How has your day been? Yeah? Oh, right. Yeah. Oh. And that all fit inside you? Jeez, Louise. All right, enough of that. Sometimes I just feel like a fucking psych. I'm here in a room by myself, pretending to talk to somebody. just looking at a camera. You ever think about how silly this podcast thing is? I don't know. Hopefully somebody out there enjoys it. All right. I don't know why I'm like still here talking. The show's over. I could just hit stop at any time, but I choose to keep on yapping. All right. Well, all right. No, you hang up. All right. Bye. Thank you guys for listening and tuning in. Love you all. Mwah. I'm hard.
Yeah. And the hardest, talk around and disregard it. Strip you off the ground, show you what heart is. Standing strong and proud, nothing can knock it. Let's get it started. It's the hardest, talk around and disregard it. Strip you off the ground, show you what heart is. Standing strong and proud, nothing can knock it. Let's get it started.